7 days, one SaaS app from zero to fully functional, and I did it all by myself without any huge team, just me, my laptop, and an internet connection. So if you ever wondered how to build a SaaS app from scratch in just small or short amount of time, buckle up, because today I'm going to break down how I did mine all alone. But before we dive in, why should you even listen to me? Yeah, I'm just a guy who's obsessed about building stuff, especially AI SaaS app, because I believe this is the best business model or the revolutionary thing happening in 2025. Recurring revenue, scalable, no inventory, and the best part, you don't even need to be a coding genius to start this. And I'll show you how. This is how I built my SaaS application from scratch in 7 days. This is the app that I built. It is an AI text-to-website app, and it uses artificial intelligence. Obviously, you put in a prompt and it will turn it to a fully functional website that you can deploy straight ahead and use it. You don't need to know how to code to make a website or even do the drag and drop thing. Just input the prompt, and within small amount of minutes it will generate the website fully functional, and you can customize it by talking to the AI chatbot back and forth like you're talking to a normal human being, or you are chatting your friend on any social media, and it will customize it to how you want it to be, and one click to deploy, and it's now live. So how did I come out with this, and how did I build this in 7 days? Let's go to it. First of all, when you're building a SaaS app, most people try to make things too complicated for themselves. They try to make a revolutionary idea, trying to reinvent the wheel, and no, you don't need to do this. I always say every idea that comes in mind, there is a huge probability that someone have done it before. If not exact, a very similar copy is already out there. So any idea that you have, go out there, look for inspiration, and it's easy for you to start from there. How did I get the idea? It's simple. I am a web designer. Apart from building softwares, I also do web design and build websites. And I thought, how can I incorporate these two? How can I input a simple prompt and I'll get a website live for customers or even for myself? So I thought, okay, I can use AI for that. And my idea was simple. Input the text describing how the website should be, and the output should be a very functional website. Easy. And this is how my MVP is going to be. Note, MVP is just one functionality, and this is how I come with it. It should be easy to say or easy to be put in one sentence. Input text, turn into website. This is MVP. It shouldn't be input text, go to that, come to here, select this. Not too much features. The more features you put on yourself, the more complicated it becomes for you to build your SaaS app and deploy it. And with that, you'll be stuck in the MVP loop that you always think your app is not ready to be deployed, or there's always one more feature left. Make an MVP. So with the idea set, the normal step to go on is to try to make the mockup, the UI, UX, the design, the flow chart, and everything of how the website will be. Yes, I will tell the truth, before I used to go through all this process to build a website, and it takes a lot of time. The UI and the UX and the design of the website could even takes weeks or even going to a month just to make it. And there's one thing that I've learned as I keep doing this. There is always inspiration online, being Pinterest, Behance, wherever you find inspiration. Go on there, type in what you want to build. You'll see a lot of inspiration on there. Grab some, combine them if you want to. Take a pieces of each inspiration that you find and put them together rather than building everything from scratch. When I was building this one, I went to Pinterest and I typed in landing pages builder, website builder, AI tool, and I got a lot of inspiration, and I got to know how to stack my elements, how the design should look like, because the designs on there are mostly tested and approved by users. So users have that kind of memory of how things are placed and where things are actually placed, rather than trying to invent the way where you misplace some of the, that is the UX. So rather than trying to build your own from scratch, go for inspiration online, because normally and mostly that is what users are most used to. Users always know my search button should be up. So if you put the search button up, that's where they will be dragging the mouse to, that's where they will be looking for when they want to search for an item. And all designs, most design out there, have already tackled that for you. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. Do not try to build from scratch. Unless you are a big team, you have people handling the UI for you, you have people doing the Figma designs and whatever for you. Don't build from scratch. Take inspirations online, combine them, and it will make the time very, very shorter for you and make things very much easier. That's why I don't spend a lot of time designing my application, because trust me, your customers and user does not care about the process they go through. All they care for is the results. So if you put in 5 years, 5 months, how many months or weeks that it will take you to build the UI, they don't see, they don't care. That does not interpret to how good your app will be or how well it will fit the customer. Trust me, you can use a couple of minutes or a couple of hours to grab inspiration, combine them to your own unique view of how the site should be, and moving on to the next stage to make the product easy to build and publishing it for the users to use. And you get a lot of users. And also you can spend months in building this and still get no user, because that does not directly interpret to how your app is going to benefit the user or how the user is going to feel, enjoy, or whatever. So do not spend a lot of time trying to design everything from scratch, turning yourself into the best designer out there. No, there's always inspiration online. Go to Pinterest, go to Behance, go to Dribble, wherever you find your inspiration. Go there, type in what you're trying to build, and you see a lot of UI there. Grab some, it's free. Take inspiration and move on to the next stage. And the next stage is actually building it. You can use no-code tools like Bolt or Lovable to build, but personally, I code my own from scratch. And by scratch, I don't mean entirely from scratch, because I use AI to push myself quicker. I use AI to make my development very easy. And one thing that people don't know is that whenever you're trying to build a SaaS app, maybe it's your first time, for that I'll pardon you for that a bit, but if you've been building for a couple of time, you should not always start from scratch. You should always go to a terminal, create a new directory, connect to the database, connect to authentication, and all this process. Try to automate the process. Try to make the process much more easier. What do? I have a simple template made for myself with authentication already connected, database already connected, and all pages, common pages that I normally build every time already done. So whenever I want to build an application, I just copy that from my GitHub, rename it, and then I'm already like 50% done, and I move to the main thing that I want to build. Because whenever you're building an app, surely you're going to make an authentication page, sign in page, sign out page, the landing page or accounts page to manage users, change my name. All those repeatable tasks need to be automated. Build templates for yourself, or you can buy one out there if you want to, like ship fast or whatever out there. But get a template that is easy for you to customize. Start from there, and you see that most process will be done for you, that you don't need to spend time on there, but rather to move straight to the functionality that you are trying to build for yourself. You don't need to take 3 months, you don't need to take 2 months to just setting up your environment. And no, we don't do that. Find a template. I personally have my templates on there on my GitHub. I just clone them, change some of the environment variables, and then everything is already set with authentication, with payments, with Stripe, with everything. If you want me to hook you up with a template, comment, and I will make a video explaining how the template works and maybe give it out for you guys. But get a template, and it's going to cut down your development period to a very shorter period that you'll be very amazed, trust me. And the last part from how I built it is deploying and making it available public so people can use it. I personally deployed it to Vessel, and I haven't bought any custom domain for it because it was just another test project that I was doing, not really something to make money or monetize it that really much. Do not don't block the application from going live. That is why you need to get an MVP. Just one feature, click on deploy, let it be out there. You can use product hunt also to host, and it will get some couple of traffic to your application. And make sure people see what you're building. Don't put it in your room. Don't let it live in your PC, your laptop. Deploy the app that you're building. It doesn't have to be perfect. All those successful applications that you see out there started from somewhere. They were not perfect from the beginning. They all had flaws, and they iterate, build upon, build on top of it, and became how you see it now and you love. Let me even make it simple for you. Since you started using Facebook, for example, how many updates have you seen Facebook do? A lot. They are always and still adding features because it's not complete. But imagine it was not deployed and it's living on their GitHub or on their PC and they're just stacking features. Will you even know what Facebook is? No, you wouldn't. Deploy it, listen to feedback, iterate on it, add more, remove something if it's not supposed to be there. That is how. Let it be live, let people use it, let people pay for it, and add more on the go. Don't let the application live on your computer and be adding features, because no one can access it on your computer and pay for it when it's living on your PC. Get it out there, make it live. People will pay no matter what.